children. How are you? All are safe at your home? Are you understood the previous classes? Okay children. What we learned in the previous classes? Yes. What we learned? Euclid, division, lemma and fundamental theorem. Okay. What is the main difference between these two? Euclid division lemma is used for to find HCF of positive integers. Fundamental theorem is used to find LCM and HCF of integers. Not only integers, remaining numbers, rational and another numbers also. Okay. Okay children. Write down one problem. Check whether 6 power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number, for any natural number n. Yes children, read one more time. Check whether 6 power n end with the digit 0 for any natural number. Given that 6 power n. 6 power n is which type of number? It is a natural, whole, integer. It is a exponent form number. 6 power n. This n belongs to which set? Natural number set. 6 power n here. N equal to n belongs to capital N. Capital N equal to natural number starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. What is the meaning of this symbol? We take a small n value from natural number set. So n equal to 1. Take n equal to 1. 6 power n equal to 6 power 1. 6 power 1 value is 6. Again we take n equal to, what is the next natural number? 2. 6 power 2. 6 power 2 we can write it as 6 into 6, 36. What is the n digit? If we take n equal to 1, n digit is 6. Here what is the n digit? 6. Next take n equal to 3. Then 6 power n equal to 6 cube. We can write it as 6 into 6 into 6. 6 6 are 36. 36 into 6. How much? 36 into 6. 6 6 are 36. 6 3s are how much? 18. 18 plus 3, 21. So what is the n digit here? 6. If you take any value of n from natural number, the 6 power n ends with which digit? That is 6 only. So what is the result? It can 6 power n can end with the digit 6 only. It does not end for 0. So if we take any value of n equal to 4, 5, 6, etc. What is the n digit of 6 power n? 6 only. So write the conclusion. What is the conclusion? 6 power n can end with the digit 6 only. 6 only for any natural number n. For any natural number n. Children, hope you understood. This is not only 6 power n. If you take any digit, digits are starts from 1, 2, 3 up to 9, 0. Any digit you can find in this way. That is 1 power n, 2 power n, 3 power n. N belongs to natural numbers. What said they given in the problem? If you take the values of n from that set only. Okay, now children, can I have this? This problem is under fundamental theorem of arithmetics. Previous class we did not discuss. That's why I will tell in this class. Okay. Yes. What we learned? What learned in the previous class? Yes, rational numbers into decimal expansion. Decimal expansions, how many types are there? 3 types. Rational numbers into terminating decimals, non-terminating, recurring decimals, non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. Non-recurring decimals already we discussed. From these cases, we already learned 2 cases. Terminating decimals, non-terminating, recurring decimals. Now we see non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. What we call those type of numbers? Yes, irrational numbers. What we call those type of numbers? Irrational numbers. Today class is irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Yes, already we know the definition about irrational numbers. Irrational numbers and rational numbers are combined together to form a real numbers. Already we learned in the 9th class how to represent irrational numbers on the number line. Okay, irrational numbers are denoted by which letter? Q dash. Which letter we use? Q dash. R, S also we use it to represent irrational numbers. Yes. What are the examples of irrational numbers? Yes. Root 2, root 3, root 5 and so on. And 5 is also a irrational number. Okay children? Okay. In previous classes we learn only root 2 is irrational, root 3 is irrational, root 5 is irrational. But you are growing, you are come to 10th class. So in this class we learn root 2 is irrational in logical way. In which way? Logical way. Before going to proof of irrational numbers, we learn one statement that is depending upon the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So note down that statement. Statement means, what is a statement? Yes, this is also we learn in the 9th class. Statement means either true or false, not both. Statement means either true or false, not both. Very clarity in mathematics. There is no confuse. Okay, so write down the statement. Let P be a prime number if P divides a square where A is a positive integer. Then P divides A. Yes, this statement we proved based on the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay children, once I repeat the statement, that is, let P be a prime number. P be a prime number. If P divides A square, then P divides A. So already we know what is a prime number, what is a positive integer. So what is the fundamental theorem tells us? Composite number can be expressed as a product of primes. So proof, this statement proof. Prime number, you know how many factors? Prime number having two factors, one and each side. Okay, let A is a positive integer. A is a positive integer. Integer means it is either prime number, composite number, whatever it may be. So this positive integer we can express as a product of primes. So prime factorization of A equal to P1, P2 and so on Pn. Okay, P1, P2, Pn. P1, P2, Pn means product of primes. Here P1, P2 and so on Pn not necessary distinct. Distinct means these are either same or different. Okay, then given that, what is given in the statement? P divides A square. Given that P divides A square. So A square equal to P1 into P2 and so on Pn and P1, P2 and so on Pn and so on Pn. Fundamental theorem using fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is the uniqueness of the fundamental theorem? Prime factors. P is the prime factor of A square. P is the prime factor of A square. That means P is the prime factor of A square. Using uniqueness of the fundamental theorem. That means A equal to P1, P2 and so on Pn. So P1, P2, P and so on Pn. Here also P lies in the among these any factor. So therefore P divides A. P divides A. Okay children, are you understand this statement? Okay, this is the logical proof. So we take one example for this logical proof. Tell me any prime number? Yes. Take example. P equal to 2. Any positive integer. Yes, you take 3. 3 is also a prime number. As you wish, you will take. Okay. What is the first condition? P be a prime number. Yes, P is a prime number. A is a positive integer. P divides A square. P divides A square. A square value is 3 into 3 by 2. So 3 3s are 9, 9 by 2. The answer is 4.5. Then P divides A. Check. P value is 3, A value is 2. 3 by 2 value is 1.5. Is it true? Yes. Is it true or false? Yes, this is true only. What statement tells? Statement tells us either true or false. Not both. Okay, children. Now we will move to proofs of irrational numbers. What is the general form? First, we can write the general form of irrational number. General form. Write down the general form. Root D is a irrational. Let root D is a irrational. Whenever D is a positive integer, D is a positive integer which is not the square of an integer, which is not the square of an integer. See children, this is the general form of irrational. Let root D is a irrational number. We take root D as a irrational number. Here D is a positive integer which is not the square of an integer. This is the general form of what is that? Irrational number. Now we see the proof of irrational number. Before going to proof, in this proof we use one technique. What is that? Technique means proof by contradiction. Which technique we use to proof of irrationals? Proof by contradiction technique. Proof by contradiction. Yes, children, what is the meaning of contradiction? Contradiction means what they given in the problem, we does not agree that one. We go in another way. Then we solve the problem. Finally, the result is wrong. Then we realize, yes, we take a wrong assumption. That process is called contradiction. Okay, children, see how we prove. First one, show that first irrational number is root 2. Show that root 2 is irrational. Okay, children. Before going to proof, I will explain clearly about rational and irrational. One more time. Already you know. One more time I will explain. A rational number, a number which is in the form of P by Q. PQR which is in the form of P by Q. Those numbers are called rational numbers. Which is not written in the form of P by Q. Those numbers are called irrational numbers. Here what we want to prove? Irrational. But using contradiction method, what we assume that it is a rational number. Okay, prove. Let us assume root 2 is rational number. Yes, rational number is in the form of a by b. Yes, here a and b are a comma b are which type of numbers? These two co-primes. A and b are co-primes. Co-primes means having one is only common factor. One is only common factor. Children, are you understood this one? Yes. What is that? We write root 2 in the form of rational number a by b. A and b are co-primes. There is a and b having no other common factor except 1. Okay. Children, see, root 2, we move this b to another side. Root 2 into b equal to a. Here I do one mathematical calculation, that is squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. We get root 2 into b whole square equal to a square. Here 2b square equal to a square. Okay children, a square equal to 2b square. There is any problem? No. Why? Both LHS and RHS both are equal. Where we can write here or here. Both are equal. Okay. What is the meaning of 2 into b square? 2 into b square meaning, what is the meaning? A square is divided by 2 and b square. 2 and b square are the factors of a square. So, using the statement, what we have already proved in the before that. Using that statement, a square divides by 2. 2 is which number? Prime number. Divides by 2. Then what we learn? A divides by 2 from the statement. A divided by 2, some quotient is happen. That quotient we take it as C. That quotient we take it as C. So, A equal to 2C. This one we take it as equation number 1. A equal to 2C. Here also I do one mathematical calculation, that is squaring on both sides. We get a square equal to 4c square. A square equal to 4c square. From equation 1, a square value is how much? 2b square. From equation 1, we substitute a square equal to 2b square. Then 2b square equal to 4c square. 2 ones, 2 twos. B square equal to 2c square. Children, observe carefully all of you. B square equal to 2 into c square. Again, B square having two factors, 2 and c square. Yes, using the statement. What is the statement? If P is a prime number, P divides A square, then P divides A. That statement, B square divides by 2, then B divides by 2. Yes. Children, observe carefully. Here A is divided by 2 and B is divided by 2. Means A and B having same factor, that is 2. What we taken from the starting? Yes, A and B having only one factor, that is 1. What result is come? A and B having factor another, that is 2. So it is contradiction. This process what we use to proof of this one is called contradiction. This is wrong. This is wrong because our assumption is wrong. It is a contradiction. So what is the correct one? Yes, root 2 is a irrational number. Therefore, write down the conclusion. Root 2 is irrational. Okay children, are you understood? In this way, we can prove any irrational number as a irrational number. Okay children, can I rub this? Okay. Now, okay ma, in the previous class, 9th class, we learned about rational numbers, rational number properties. Here we see the properties in Lasker way. So, see, sum or difference of a rational and an irrational number is irrational, and product or quotient of a non-zero rational and irrational number is irrational. Observe carefully children. Here sum, difference, product, quotient. What are these four? These four are fundamental operations in mathematics. That is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. See one by one. First one, addition. What is the first one? Addition. All of you read once this sentence. Sum or difference of a rational and an irrational number. So what numbers we are taken here? So the numbers are, one is rational and second one is irrational. So let us take rational number. Okay, irrational number root 3. Show that 5 plus root 3 is irrational. Yes, for all these proofs we use the method proof by contradiction. What is the method name? Proof by contradiction. Means we take the reverse of the given. So what is given here? This number is a irrational. So what we assume that this number is a rational. So let us assume that 5 plus root 3 is rational. So, according to the definition of rational number, 5 plus root 3 equal to a by b. Here, a comma b are co-primes. Co-primes means minus 5. That is equal to LCM is B, A minus 5B. We take A minus 5B as P, B as Q. Observe carefully. Root 3 is in the form of P by Q. Root 3 is in the form of P by Q. So, root 3 is which number? Yes, root 3 is a rational number. Rational number. But what we taken from the starting? Root 3 is a irrational. So, but root 3 is a irrational. Irrational. It is contradiction. Why it come? Because of our wrong assumption. Because our assumption is wrong. Therefore, 5 plus root 3 is a irrational number. Children, are you understood? Okay. Which operation we do here? Addition. Addition, with respect to addition, the sum of rational and irrational number is irrational. The next binary operation is subtraction. What is that? Subtraction. Observe carefully. All these 4 fundamental operations, the process is same, but here the some little bit is difference. Observe carefully. What is the difference? Okay, subtraction. So here we change the symbol. 5 minus root 3 is irrational. Same here. Assume that. Let us assume 5 minus root 3 is rational. So 5 minus root 3 is root 3 equal to A by B. A comma B are co-primes. Root 3 is irrational. So here the process is change. We move minus root 3 to RHS and A by B to LHS. 5 minus A by B equal to root 3. I write like this. Is it any change? No. So LCM is B. 5B minus A. We take this 5B minus A as P and B as Q. Okay children, are you understand the difference from this problem? Before problem? Okay. So root 3 is in the form of P by Q. Root 3 is rational number. But root 3 is irrational. It is contradiction. Because of our assumption is wrong. Therefore, here 5 minus root 3 is a irrational number. Are you understood? Are you understood? Do you have any change? Okay. Next binary operation is multiplication. What is that? Multiplication. Yes. Here we write 5 root 3. No need to put into symbol because into is like x. So no need. So 5 root 3 is irrational. So using this contradiction method, let us assume that 5 root 3 is a rational. 5 root 3 is a rational number. So then 5 root 3 equal to A by B. Small change. So we move this 5 from LHS to RHS. Then root 3 equal to A by B into 5. That equal to A by 5B. A can write as B. P 5B as Q. So root 3 is in the form of P by Q. So children, root 3 is in the form of P by Q. Root 3 is a rational number, but root 3 is a irrational number. It is contradiction because our assumption is wrong. Therefore 5 minus 5 root 3 is irrational number. Okay. The next binary operation is division. The next binary operation is, what is that? Division. So in division, rational number 5, irrational number root 3. So 5 by root 3 is irrational. So for that, let us assume that 5 by root 3. 5 by root 3 is a rational number. So 5 by root 3. So root 5 into B by A equal to root 3. Root 3 equal to 5B by A. So root 3 equal to P by Q. Are you understood these four steps? Okay. Next, root 3 is again same as well as in the previous problem. Okay. Root 3 is in the form of P by Q. Root 3 is a rational number, but root 3 is irrational number. It is contradiction. Why it comes with a wrong assumption? So this way of doing this process is called as contradiction method. We solve all these problems. Okay, it is contradiction. So because our assumption is wrong, 5 by root 3 is irrational. 5 by root 3 is irrational. Already we learned these two sentences in 9th class. Logical proof we do in 10th class. Okay? Are you feel easy or difficult? Okay. What is your doubt now? Yes. Here we take one rational number, one irrational number. That girl doubt is, what about two irrational numbers? Now we see. Sum of two irrational numbers. Sum of two irrational numbers. Sum of two irrational numbers. Okay, ma? Tell me two irrational numbers. Take two irrational numbers. Are root 2, root 3. Okay. Prove that root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Prove that root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Okay, which method we use here? We use contradiction method. So for that, what we assumption taken, that is, let us assume that root 2 plus root 3 is rational number. Rational number. So root 2 plus root 3 equal to A by B. Here A comma B are co-primes, root 2, root 3 are irrationals. Okay. So, root 3 equal to a by b minus root 2. Here I do one mathematical calculation, that is squaring on both sides. We get, yes, root 3 whole square equal to a by b minus root 2 whole square. So this is in the form of one of the familiar algebraic formula, that is a minus b whole square. A minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So using this formula we can expand root 3 whole square equal to a by b whole square minus 2 into a by b into root 2 plus root 2 whole square. Here square root both are cancelled. 3 a square by b square 2 a by b root 2. Here also square root cancelled. 2. We move this minus 2a by b root 2 term to LHS, this 3 term to RHS. 2 a by b root 2 equal to a square by b square plus 2 minus 3. So a square by b square minus 1 2 a by b root 2. Root 2? Okay. Root 2 equal to a square b square minus 1 by 2a by b. Okay. This is root. We take this one as p, this one as q. So root 2 is in the form of p by q. So root 2 is rational number, but root 2 is irrational. It is contradiction, because our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Okay children, see one more time the process. That is, prove that root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. So we using the technique proof by contradiction. So that's why we take, let us assume that root 3 plus root 2 is rational method. So root 2 plus root 3 equal to a by b. A comma b are co-primes. Root 2, root 3 are irrationals. So we move root 2 from LHS to RHS. Root 3 equal to a by b minus root 2. Squaring on both sides, we get root 3 whole square equal to a by b minus root 2 whole square. This is in the form of a minus b whole square. We know that a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So root 3 whole square equal to a by b whole square minus 2 into a by b into root 2 plus root 2 whole square. Square root, both are cancelled. 3 equal to a square by b square minus 2a by b root 2 plus 2. So we move this minus term to LHS, this 3 to RHS. So minus 3. So 2a by b, root 2 equal to a square by b square minus 1. Root 2 equal to a square by b square minus 1 by 2a by b. We take this one as p, this one as q. So the root 2 is in the form of p by q. So root 2 is which number? According to the definition of rational number, root 2 is a rational number. But root 2 is irrational. So it is contradiction because our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. So in this way, we can prove the sum of any two rational numbers is irrational. It is possible to all situations? No. Some remarks are there. So we note that remarks now. Note down. Note. The sum of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. Suppose, example for this, we take two rational numbers a equal to root 2, b equal to minus root 2. What happened? A plus b equal to root 2 minus root 2. 0. It is not a irrational number. Next situation is the product of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. Need not be irrational. Okay. For this example are a equal to root 2 and b equal to root 8. Product a into b, root 2 into root 8. Here we are using the properties of square roots. Square roots property is root a into root b equal to root of ab. This property is learned in the 9th class. Okay, that is root of 16. Root of 16 is 4. That is a rational number. Okay, children, are you understood? Do you have any doubts? Okay. What is the some assumptions are? What is that? The sum of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. The product of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. Okay. Do you have any doubts? Any doubts about this? Okay. Children, in this way we can solve all the problems that are given in the exercise 1.4. Okay. Write down the homework. Prove that root root 11 is a irrational number. Next, prove that root 7 plus root 13 is a irrational number. Next one. Consider the number. Consider the numbers 4 power n where n is a natural number check whether there is any value of n for which 4 power n ends with the digit 0. All of you note in your notebooks. Yes, children, prove that root 11 is irrational number. Prove that root 7 plus root 13 is a irrational number. Consider the numbers 4 power n where n is a natural number. Check whether there is any value of n for which 4 power n ends with the digit 0. Children, hope you understand the class. Okay, children. If you have 10th class textbook from your, if you have 10th class textbooks from your siblings or cousins, then you take from them and practice the problems in 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 exercises if available. Okay, now do you have any doubts? Okay, if you have textbooks compulsory, you will practice problems in those exercises. Okay, children, stay home, don't go outside. Okay, be healthy and be happy learning on online classes. Thank you one and all for giving this opportunity. Thank you.